Yes. Y'all gotta record my phone call. Hold on. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, it's a video. Mm-hmm. March 4th, 1984. Yes. It's what my birth certificate says. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, no. The lady that said her name was Yolanda Johnson, and that guy that she said is Willie Johnson. They are child abusers. When I was like 4 or 5 years old or something like that, um, he had hit me in the head. It was one of those little spray cans. That's how I get like some of those marks on my head. He had hit me in the head with a can, and mm-hmm, he was grown, yeah, and I was a child. I was like in elementary school, and she chose having sex or being in a sexual relationship with that kind of person that would do something like that to a child. And it was because he got mad at me for I don't know what reason. I don't know what he was thinking, but once he did that to me, the answer is no. He is not my family. She is not my family. And anybody that's friends and family with them, the answer is no. They are not my family because I never did any of that type of stuff to a child. Taking a can when you're grown, a metal, aluminum, steel, some kind of can, and it was blood coming out. Yes. And she was like, check it, why you do that? Because she called him Chucky. But she still chose having sex with him, being in a sexual relationship with him, and claiming some kind of family and stuff like that. Those were her choices. I didn't do any of it. Mm-mm. And the other person that they said, Antoine V. Johnson, he was the dude that molested me and did sex stuff to me. And he was using the name ANTWAN. Yeah, the name that's on the marriage license. Antoine V. Johnson. Mm-hmm. And yeah, some of them people, I don't know what church he went to, but they said they gave him a minister's license. Because if you look at my marriage license is the evidence. Well, it says Reverend Antoine V. Johnson, stuff like that. So like somebody gave him some kind of minister's license or something. Somebody did something like that. Yeah. And he's a child molester. Yep, I'm the victim and the witness that he is a child molester because I'm the person he did that stuff to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and April 30th, 2004. I'm not sure if he did something wrong or some kind of mess with the marriage license or whatever, or if it had something to do with his crimes. Mm-hmm. Then they said there's records of him being a criminal, that he had federal crimes and state crimes, that he did a lot of stuff he wasn't supposed to do. Yet if sex abuse is what they said he did to me in Macon, Georgia. I went to the River Edge clinic and I was talking to a person there, and she said, "Yo, those are not your brothers," because they said if a person says he's your brother or your family, they wouldn't. They're not supposed to be having sex with me, and if a person says that they're your brother or your family, they're not supposed to be having sex with my wife. Mm-hmm. That is the type of stuff that the person taught me at River Edge. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes, I did tell the people at the doctors I was molested. And I did tell the people, well, it's just like now I be recording videos like mm-hmm, everyone that seen any of my videos, and I be using the name they say on my birth certificate or social security card, you know, however they spell it. I told. So they can't say that they don't know that any of it happened. Mm-hmm. April. Yes, the person that said that their name was April Williams. Yeah, all of the different people that said that their name was April Williams, I told them that I was molested from the start. Mm-hmm. When I was 14 years old, I went to a school called Inslee. Oh, before that, okay. When I was 5 years old, the first time I was sexually abused, the people that said it was at 2703 Dartmouth Avenue in Bessemer, Alabama. Mm-hmm. DARTMOUTH Avenue in Bessemer, Alabama. Mm-hmm. Yes, I told a lie. Yeah, it's even videos of me telling a lie. Oh, okay, you know that, okay, but mm, the juvenile court, family court. Yeah, when I was telling about them giving me pills and drugs and being molested, at home and stuff and at school, the lady that they said was Yolanda Johnson, the name on my birth certificate, and she said she was the mom of me. She just didn't want to get in trouble, so she went to the family court and she said she filed some kind of petition about harassment or some kind of ward of the state. I don't know what this stuff means, but and what she did was they said they was gonna give him a probation officer. That's what she was saying. And then the way that they said it was child abuse what she did to me, because when they gave me a probation officer, all she had to do was call the probation officer and said he not doing what he's supposed to be doing, or she don't like what I'm doing, or something about not cooperating, or just being bad or out of control. And then they locked the children up for no reason, basically. Hmm. So you have the same report. It was never a victim. And a person that said their name was Yolanda Johnson did file a petition when I was 14 years old. Hmm. And it was not because of me. Exactly. I did. I told you I don't have any victims. It's just she was getting mad at me because I didn't want to have sex with them people that said that they were my family, and I didn't want to have sex with her. Then she tried to fight me, and I saw her. And it was other children at school, at Insta High School. They saw her hitting me. She was punching me in the back and stuff like that. And they was like, "What? Why would she do that to him?" Because there was other girls that said they wanted to be my girlfriend and that they wanted to have sex with me, and they didn't like that stuff when all of them different people were saying that they was April Williams, because it was other girls that said they wanted a husband that would only have sex with one person, going all the way with one person. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it was in 1996 is what I was told. They said I was in a car accident, and then they did some stuff with trying to so you had it. Yeah, them people that said it was the Johnson family, they got a history in the background of trying to file lawsuits and trying to sue different people. I never went in the courtroom and ever tried to file any kind of lawsuit trying to sue anybody, because yeah, exactly. In order for them to know that I'm different, they would be like, exactly. I never tried to file any lawsuit in the courtroom about suing anybody for any money. So they know that I'm different from them. Hmm. So it's like whatever paperwork or contracts that they signed and all of that stuff, I didn't make any contracts. I have a marriage license, not a country. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that one, you said April 30th of 2004. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, they went to those same churches, those Church of God in Christ churches. I don't know. They said it wasn't all the people, but they said some of those people that went to the church did say that they was part of a fraternal order and stuff. And it, some of those people, they said that they used some of those police for security or was on the same payroll, or that it may have been some kind of scam that they had going on. Yeah, they said just like 1996. Well, yeah, that's what they would be doing. Some of the people that like, I'm in this chair right now, and I'm tired of being abused. Yeah, they was like, they kept doing bad stuff to me and making sure that I went to the hospital and got hurt and stuff like that. And then they would claim to be my family and friends after that. And then they would go to court and they would try to sue people. But they used me as the person that would get abused and hurt and broken bones and in wheelchairs and stuff like that. And then they would try to be like, man, what you did to my brother? What you did to my son? What you did to my family? Yeah, but just like now, that they was never around or never there for me. They was always somewhere having sex or getting people pregnant or getting pregnant by child abusers. Because yeah, exactly. According to my birth certificate, March 4th, 1984, I was the youngest of what they called the family. So I was the child that was always being abused. And they don't have the same story because they can't say that they were the youngest person in a family, the child being abused, used in a scam. They don't have the same story exactly. And they don't have the same story that they never went all the way with the person. Exactly. Because anytime that they said I went all the way, if it was different people saying their name was April Williams, it's not my fault if I'm stupid and I didn't know. But when the other people say they went all the way, they don't have the same story. They can't say, oh, I thought it was my wife. She was using the same name as my wife. She was using the same social security number as my wife. She was using the same marriage license as my wife. All of the birth certificates for the children, she used the same name as my wife, the name that I was told. It was like the other people don't have that excuse because they were saying that they had sex with the girls at church and at school. Mm. No, I never had sex at school. No, I never had sex at church. You know, they would say a lot of the girls that went to the school with me and a lot of girls that went to church with me, they said, yeah, exactly. They said they was mad about it because it was like, if a person was saying that they was my wife and they was not, they were saying some of those girls at the church wanted to be my girlfriend and some of those girls at school wanted to be my girlfriend. And if those other people was just using and abusing me, they said it's not fair to me if those other people that was using those names was having sex with police officers or child molesters or people that said they was my family and brothers, and if they didn't want me, then why would they have ever bothered me in the first place? Since I was the one who was asked to be married, and I never asked anyone. Yeah, yeah, somebody tried to make me sick. And, getting beat up and stuff. And yeah, the lady they said her name was Yolanda Jackson. She was the one that called and told him to do it because I was there one day. Since I wouldn't have sex with her and I wouldn't do what she wanted me to do, she had called that dude Aldrin one time before. And yeah, like, yeah, way older than me. Yeah. It's supposed to be some kind of brother. And he fought me and beat me up and stuff like that. And he had broke my arm before and I had to go to the hospital and stuff. And my arm was broke more than one time because of what he did. Because when I went to the hospital, they said something about the bone wasn't right, and they had to reset the bone. So they broke my arm again when I went to the hospital because they said it wouldn't grow back the right way unless they set it back in place. So I had my arm broke twice because of the six that a lady that said her name was Yolanda and somebody that said her name was Willie had, because they said they were the mom and the dad of Aldo and Johnson and Antoine and that other dude. He said his name was Antonio, and he a child molester because he molested me. And yeah, and they told me that yeah, they like if they were supposed to be your big brothers and older than you, your brothers at all is not supposed to be having sex with you, and they're not supposed to be molesting you. And since I was the youngest one, it was like it was their job to not do any of that stuff to me, and that they weren't supposed to do that stuff to me. Yeah, yeah, Texas. Yeah, they said some of them said stuff about going to Texas, and some of them said stuff about going to California, and some of them said stuff about going to New York. Yeah, and they was talking about a whole lot of money and record deals and music and movies and contracts. And I said, no, I have a marriage license. And my marriage license is not a contract. It's a marriage license. April Williams is the name that they used on the marriage license. I'm not sure how many people use that name. Mm-hmm. No, what I'm saying is that, uh, if those people said they wanted to be family with each other, I'm not trying to break their family. I'm not trying to stop them from being a family. I'm just not part of it. Whatever war they're fighting for, whatever music or movies or money, I'm not trying to get that kind of money. I'm not trying to get any music or movies or any of that stuff, you know. Mm-mm. Yeah, they had told me to rap and make music and stuff like that for people over there. Mm-hmm. No. I was never part of any contracts. If anybody had tried to put my name on contracts and stuff like that, then it's wrong. It's not me. Then it's a false claim. What they did. Mm-hmm. No, I wasn't trying to break their family or be part of their family. Their family is their family, and whatever mess they started or stuff like that, I did not. No, no. Yeah, they said that I'm crazy. Yeah, because they was talking about you can get a whole lot of money from having sex with different people. I'm like, that just sound like being a prostitute. And I don't want to be a prostitute. I don't want to be a prostitute. I don't want to be a pimp. I don't want to be part of that kind of stuff. I don't care how much money they got. No, no. Well, whatever they was doing before I got here, or whatever they was doing after I'm gone, I'm not sure of what they do or how they do it. I just know what was did to me was wrong. Yeah, it's a lot of people that said that what happened to me, like they don't want people, the bad stuff. It was like that bad stuff that happened to me is just wrong that happened to anybody. Be okay, it said ever since I was 5 years old, being given drugs and pills, molested and abused. Then they said I was in a car accident in 1996, but they said it seemed like they planned the car accident, so it wasn't an accident. Somebody ran into me with a car just for them to get insurance money, and they know what they was doing when it happened. They told somebody to do that. Yeah, because there's evidence of other times when those people tried to sue people and use the name the Johnsons. Yeah, those TJ initials, the Johnsons and stuff, all of that type of stuff. And then they tried to make me crazy. And then when I started telling on them, and stuff like that. And then, after they broke my arm and after that dude had hit me in the head with that can, and she was still having sex with him and had him in her house, stuff like that. And then, and then when I was 12 years old, and they said I was a car accident, and my body was all messed up, then, like, it was, before I can even get a girlfriend or any of that stuff, she went saying that he snitching and told the court and filed petitions in family court. And then, for no reason at all, when I was 14, she said I was harassing her. And that's why I don't even want to go. I never liked it being at that house at 2501 20th Street, because it was just child abuse and being abused and sex abuse. And when I was like, at 14 years old, she had called the court and said, he harassing me. It was like, he won't do what she want him to do. She want me to have sex with different people and stuff like that. She was part of that bad stuff that they did to me, because if they said it was her children that did it and the person that she was having sex with that did it. That stuff that they did to me. Yeah. And I was like, I didn't want to be part of none of this stuff. I never asked any of them to be born or to have sex. No. Yeah. Yeah. So you had those, when I was 14, it was because of that lady that said her name was Yolanda Johnson. And then, I was locked up when I was 15. Yeah, and then 16. Yeah, then I was locked up when I was 17. And 18, all in the family court of Jefferson County, because of a lady that said her name was Yolanda Johnson that had filed a petition talking about probation and stuff. And whenever I didn't want to have sex with her or do stuff, that's why every one of the years of my childhood, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, she had it set up for me to be locked up because I didn't want to have sex with her. And they said the other children did have sex with her, so that's why she didn't treat them the same way, and she treated me meaner than the other children. Yeah. And that's why first chance that I got, like when I had got, that's when I met the April. That's why she was like, what you doing sleeping in your car, Brent? I was like, I don't like being at that house. That lady would be trying to have sex with me, and the people that she said was her church and her family was doing that stuff. And it was, that bad stuff that they did. And they said they know police officers and people at churches. And then they had taught me a lot of bad stuff about some guy that wanted his own son to die. And they had brainwashed me. And then I ended up putting a lot of stuff on the internet. And a lot of people said it was wrong and stuff. And it's not my fault, because they took me to them churches and told me a bunch of crazy stuff. And ever since I was a child, and they made me crazy. That's why I haven't been using any of those books and stuff. And I never wanted to be a preacher. And I never wanted to be famous. And I never wanted one of those contracts or whatever where they be playing with life and death and stuff like that. No. Them other people did that stuff. And anytime that they said I ever went all the way, whatever they said having sex, it was because somebody said their name was April Williams and said she was married to me and said that she's my wife and I have a marriage license. And each time those children were born, August 31st, 2004, July 18th, 2006, and October 6th, 2008, the same person, me, was told that the mom said her name was April Williams, and she said she was the mom of those children, and she said she was my wife. So I don't know what kind of mess the other people made, but they done drove me crazy. No, I'm not trying to hurt myself or anyone else. I just feel bad and done wrong. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I have to record my phone calls because people be talking about like a bunch of crazy stuff, and